Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. It's the FA Cup weekend this week. Well, forget the weekend. It's the FA Cup game tonight. Arsenal taking on Manchester City. Looking forward to it. No Smith Rowe in the game. Emil Smith Rowe ruled out of the game. He's got a thigh injury, and again, that's a bit worrying news for every Arsenal supporter and for, Mikel Arteta especially. We were hoping now, Smith Rowe's getting back to full fitness and he's got a little bit of thigh injury. They said it's precautionary, but again, it just heaps upon us the problems of injuries, the problems of squad depth, and, this is something that Arsenal want to try and see if they can address in the transfer market. Now, I've got a confession to make to you, right? I actually recorded Transfer Daily, was about to get it all put out and everything, and then I got a phone call off of somebody who gave me a bit of breaking news, and I was like, wow, I'm going to have to do the show again. And I was like, yeah, I'll have it as an exclusive. But in that time, I've seen it break already. Fabrizio Romano breaking the news as an exclusive. I knew about it. But listen, he broke it as an exclusive afterwards. And the news is that Arsenal have made a bid for Moises Caicedo of Brighton. They have put in a bid of £60 million to Brighton. And that is the news right now. Now, Chelsea had already put in a bid of £55 million, and that has been rejected. The talk is, and all the rumours are coming out, is saying that Brighton want £100 million before they're going to do any business. That's what they're saying. Whether that will be actually what plays out or not, we'll have to wait and see. But Arsenal have today put a bid in of £60 million for Moises Caicedo of Brighton. They're after him. They want this player. Defensive midfielder, can also play box to box. He's a very versatile player. When we first sort of came across him last season, we was all really impressed. You can just see that he would be a player that would suit the way in which Arsenal play, down to the ground. And I like this. Arsenal are getting very serious in this transfer market. They're trying to add strength in depth because I think they know, Mikel Arteta, Edu, we all know we've got a chance of winning the Premier League this season. So why not go for it, and get in some players of real top quality. We also got to consider in and factor in, that we'll probably be playing Champions League football, come the end of the season, going into next season. So it's attractive for Moises Caicedo. I'd say more attractive than Chelsea right now because their chances of getting into the Champions League for next season are not great at the moment. So what's going to happen between now and Tuesday, which is deadline day when the transfer window closes? I don't think we're going to get any sort of conclusion on what's going to happen, today. But Arsenal have submitted a bid of £60 million. I'd say expect that to get turned down. Brighton are going to want more money. But is there going to be an amount that tempts Brighton to say, right, okay, speak to the player, a deal can be done? This is really, really fascinating. And let's see how this one turns out. There's other defensive midfielders apparently that we've been looking at. I spoke about yesterday, Ibrahima Bamba. The fact that his agent was in London, the player from Vitória Guimarães over there in Portugal, he's an Italian. His agent yesterday saying that, listen, I was in London, yes, but I wasn't in London talking about the player. I was just on my way back from Germany, in transit, where I'd been to see one of my clients. I think it's Edmund Topsoba, playing over there in the Bundesliga. That's where he was. Came back. He wasn't here really looking at any player. That's what he said to the Portuguese publication O Jojo. I said yesterday, he's 20, even though Caicedo's only 21, but he's played in the Premier League. He knows all about the Premier League. I said yesterday he's only 20 years of age. And I kind of poured a little bit of doubt on it, but you never know. But I just feel that he's a prospect. And Arsenal right now are not looking for a prospect to come in if Mohamed El Neni's going to be out for quite a while. They're looking for someone who's going to come in, and if Thomas Partey's out, he just slots straight in and can do a great job. So I very much doubt that one's going to happen. But what about this one? Martin Zubimendi. Now, we've spoken about this one several times on the show, of Real Sociedad. Arsenal were apparently willing to trigger his release clause of £53 million. The rumours are that the player said, no, I want to stay at Real Sociedad until the summer. Real Sociedad having a good season, third in La Liga, doing really well, got a great chance of getting into the Champions League. However, if Arsenal are bidding this sort of money for Caicedo and that doesn't turn out, could they return again? Because there's been rumours saying that Real Sociedad have basically said to Arsenal, release clause or nothing. You got to pay that release clause or he's not going anywhere. So if we fail in the Caicedo thing, could we go back in and maybe try and say to Zubimendi, listen, we need you now, and see what happens and see if he goes? Let's wait and see how that one turns out. Barcelona also interested in, and Barcelona really got a lot of money at the moment, but let's see how that one turns out. There's also been a lot of speculation today about Weston McKennie. Now, Weston McKennie, all set to join Leeds United from Juventus. He's been speaking with Leeds. Apparently, personal terms have been agreed between him and Leeds United. But there have been suggestions from some of the media that Arsenal would also bid the £27 million, or just under £27 million, which is around about 30 million euros for him. And looking to try and hijack the deal. Again, I'm not sure. He's not really a defensive midfielder when I've seen. This is La Repubblica that are reporting this. I still think he'll end up at Leeds. Leeds apparently willing to pay the 30 million euros plus add-ons, which will take it up to around about 35 million, which is the sort of money that Juventus are looking for. I think with Arsenal, there's still more in for a defensive midfielder, and I'm not too sure Weston McKennie fits that profile of what Arsenal are looking for in that area. So for me, it's Moises Caicedo. That is the one. As I said, bid submitted for Caicedo. Will he end up at Arsenal? We're going to have some days now of real speculation flying around. As I said, I probably expect Brighton to reject this bid. They want more money. The talk is they want 100 million. Can't see Arsenal paying that. But this is significant for Arsenal. Because I was saying, if we, me and James were discussing it on a show last night. I was saying, if we go and get Caicedo, what does that do then for the possibility of getting Declan Rice, which is a lot of the talk, that we're going to go in and try and get Declan Rice in the summer? Would we still return and try and do something like that if we got Caicedo in? Remember, we still got Thomas Partey, we still got Xhaka and these sort of players. But it's exciting times, I feel, at Arsenal at the moment. You know what I mean? In the years of me doing Transfer Daily, there's been so many, particularly January windows, where we got no money, or it's the only thing we can do is a loan deal, or we just don't get anybody in at all. This January transfer window, we have been moving very serious. Trying to get Mudryk at first. All right, didn't happen. Got in Trossard, very good deal. Bringing in Jakub Kavore as a cover at the left centre-back position, something that we needed, but nobody expected us to do in this transfer window. Done that. And now seriously in for a player can play in that defensive midfield position, but is of the highest quality, which is Caicedo. Excellent player. Reminds me of a lot of N'Golo Kante. Strong, athletic, quick. He would suit the profile of what we're trying to do down to the ground. So can this deal happen? We're going to have to wait and see how it works out. But that's what's happening today. Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out all of our content around the Man City versus Arsenal game, all the fan cams. We're doing a watch along to the game as well, our full-time show. That's going to be intriguing to see what the starting 11 is. Get on and get involved in all of that. But we will be back tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll be bringing you more news of Moises Caicedo. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.